Now dear students, how to write the chemical equations. Here are some examples. Example 1 means in activity 1.1 we have learned about the magnesium, means about the burning of magnesium ribbon. So what happens when magnesium is allowed to react with the oxygen? Step 1 you have to mention in a word equation, that is magnesium plus oxygen is allowed to react, then magnesium oxide is formed. So now this is word equation. Now in step 2 you have to write in the form of their molecular form or in a symbolic form. So symbol of magnesium is written as a Mg, and oxygen means we don't write the symbol of oxygen because it is unstable. So we need to write the molecule of the oxygen as a O2 and same arrow, and magnesium oxide, formula of magnesium oxide is MgO. Now let us see here, oxygen 2 atom, oxygen single atom. Now you have to balance, it is not the balanced chemical equations, it is still unbalanced. So till here it is still wrong. Now you need to balance by counting the atoms number on the both side, reactant side and product side. So here is reactant and product side, you can see the reactant magnesium 1 atom, right, means in the reactant Mg equal to 1, and oxygen atom, here you are getting the 2 atoms, so oxygen equal to 2 atoms in the So now dear students, here is how to just represent the chemical equation. Now number 1 example I have written here, what happens when magnesium react with the oxygen? Then obviously magnesium oxide is formed. Now let us write step number 1, word equation of these reactions, means magnesium plus oxygen react to produce magnesium oxide. This is in a word form, so it is known as the word equation. Now next step 2, you have to represent this word equation into their molecular form or a symbolic form. So formula or the symbol of the magnesium stand as the Mg, molecular formula of oxygen is O2, and what is the molecular formula of magnesium oxide? It is MgO. Now dear student, see on the both side, means finally in the last step you have to balance the atoms of the particular element that has been involved in that reactions. Suppose magnesium means atom number of magnesium in reactant side is 1 and in the product side is 1, means magnesium is balanced. But see the oxygen atom, here is 2 oxygen atom, but here is only 1, means if we don't balance the equations, then definitely our equations is considered to become wrong. Now how to balance? See the reactant side here, means in reactant what are the name of the substance involved? Magnesium, how many atoms? Only 1. Oxygen, how many atoms? 2 atoms. You can see here O2 means 2 atoms. And in the product side the magnesium is 1 only and oxygen is also 1. Here you can see, means number of atom of the magnesium is 1 and oxygen is also 1. Now you have to balance, means magnesium is already balanced. Now for oxygen, here is the 2. Now what is the suitable whole number so that the oxygen gonna balance? Means you need to multiply these 2. So here it is taken 2. Now 2O already balanced, oxygen has been balanced, but in the product side here you are getting the 2 magnesium, so you have to multiply now this as a 2 and here already it is 2. So here you will get the finally 2 atoms of the magnesium and the 2 atoms of magnesium on the both side. Means finally let's check it out, number of atoms of each and every components. Now 2 magnesium atoms, here you can see dear student, 2 Mg means 2 magnesium atoms, this side 2 magnesium atoms, so it is balanced. For magnesium it is balanced. Now oxygen, 2 oxygen atom and 2 O, this 2 is for O also, means 2 oxygen atom equal to 2 oxygen atom on the both side. Now this is the well balanced chemical equations for magnesium and reactions of the magnesium ribbon with the oxygen. So you have to always mention in this way, means you have to satisfy the law of conservation of mass. Means each and every reactions, chemical equations of the reactions are represented by satisfying the law of conservation of mass. Means mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. Means you have to follow this law, then only your chemical equations becomes right. So this is the step, you can just balance easily. Now here example 2, when zinc granules react with the dilute sulfuric acid, what happens? You have to write number 1 in a word form, word equations, zinc plus sulfuric acid equal to zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Now symbol of the formula for the zinc, we write Zn. Sulfuric acid, molecular formula of sulfuric acid is S2SO4, and zinc sulfate, molecular formula of zinc sulfate is ZnSO4, and molecular formula of hydrogen is S2. Now let us see all. Zinc is here 1 atom and here is 1 atom. So zinc is already balanced. You can see the sulfate ion, 1 here already balanced, so no need to just worry about that. Now S2 and S2. So this is already balanced. So no need to add extra any whole number. So some reactions may get already in a balanced state. So no need to worry for that. So in this way you have to represent the chemical equations for any chemical reactions. At first in a word, in a skeletal form, then finally you have to balance that chemical equation satisfying the both reactant side and the product sides. So I think dear student, up to here I think you might have been clear, means what is the chemical reactions, what are some example of chemical reactions, and what are the characteristics of the chemical reactions, and we discussed the activity 1.1 when magnesium ribbon is allowed to just combust or allowed to react with the oxygens, then what happens and what is the precautions and what were the reactions we discussed, and what was the nature of the magnesium oxide we have already discussed, and after that we discussed the characteristics of the chemical reactions. Each we have discussed, means 5 characteristics. Number 1, evolution of the gases we discussed already. Number 2, we discussed the change in temperature, formation of PPT, change in color, and finally we discussed about the steps of writing the chemical equations, means how the chemical equations are represented and how to balance here.